Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for coming. As Brian said, it was a good win, but all wins are good wins, and I'm extremely proud of our coaching staff and our players for the way they performed and the effort that they put in preparation last week and beating what I thought was a good Hampton team. So we're awful excited about the opportunity to play another Thursday night game this week against what I think is a good Norfolk State team. And, a lot of times when you look at the record, you see 1-4, but when I look at tape, I see something totally different. That's why it's not that important for me to see the record as it is the tape. So I think we have our challenge ahead of us this week, playing against what I think is a pretty good football team. So we must prepare well, play well, give ourselves an opportunity to win this ball game. But we're looking forward to the challenge and hopefully playing our best game of the season. They have there's only really two ways to challenge these: to pass it, pass it, or run it. And they have a quarterback that's very dangerous. He's capable of making big play with his feet, and he's quite capable of making big plays with his arm. The challenge for us is to keep him bottled up running wise, and if he's going to beat us, he needs to beat us passing the ball instead of running the ball. So our game plan is to take away the run and make him throw the ball. Oh man, I was excited about that. We're gonna go for 11 this week. But
How many of them pre-snap?
four.
Four.
Yeah, four. And that's one of the things that we preach all the time. No pre-snap penalties. A lot of times you make a mistake playing, and you can tolerate those. You can at least accept them. But when you have pre-snap penalties, that's something we can't tolerate. And the other ones we had two personal fouls, which we won't put up with around here. So, we played during the course of the play, and then we stopped, and we had two fouls that I thought was really cheap on our part. So that was 6 of them right there that you got to take away from it. Not quite. We'll see Thursday. Hopefully, we are in a groove. And the beauty of this thing is that number one, you know, our guys get a chance to perform on national TV 3 Thursdays in a row. The only black college football game on at that time, so America get a chance to see those things. And number two, we're able to get into a routine. For us, today's Wednesday. For everybody else in the world, today's probably Monday. So we're on our Wednesday schedule right now, and we are going to get in a routine, and we have one more to go, and hopefully we can play well this week. The guys prepared well, during the course of the week, and hopefully that'll translate into playing a really outstanding football game. Well, our number one priority is to win and to play, and the schedule's what it is. We'll play. They want us to play on Monday night, and they schedule that's the day we're going to play. So I enjoy a Thursday night game here or there simply because it gives our players an opportunity to be on national TV. But you get in the routine and you get accustomed to doing things certain ways, which is for us playing on weekends. So my preference is to play on weekends, of course, but we'll play whenever they tell us to play. There's always that concern, and that they will look at the record instead of the team. So anytime you play a team, and usually those are the hardest game to prepare for as a coach, because a lot of times what we see and what our players see can be totally two different things. And what I see is a good, sound, solid football team that plays fast and plays hard. And a lot of times what our guys see, they see a 1-4 Norfolk State team. It's important that we understand that, in this league and in football, it's in a given day. Anybody can beat anybody, man. All you got to do is look around the schools across the nation. It's game in and game out. I think we have a chance of being a pretty good football team, but we got to continue to develop and get better every week. I thought he did well. He threw the ball nice, and I've been telling you guys for a couple of years now, Raynard can throw the ball. And now that we have some receivers that's back healthy, hopefully it'll play right into his hand. He had 2, maybe 3 that was dropped. So, but I thought he played probably his best game in a long time. And so hopefully he can grow from that and continue to develop as a quarterback and as a leader of this football team. I've said, and I hope you guys understand this. You guys are looking at greatness. I don't know if you guys understand how great this guy is, but this guy is special. You don't get an opportunity to see in your lifetime too many guys that can play like this guy can play. So he's special. Sit back and enjoy, but appreciate it as he goes through his career here. Every year you come into camp, there's always somebody that you expected not to do well that end up doing well, and there's somebody you have high expectations for that doesn't do quite as well you expect them. So there's both sides of that coin every year. So, but again, I think Tarik's special. He's a special player and he's a special person, and for him to perform like he's performing is outstanding. Again, enjoy it, guys, because you may not ever see this again, especially you old guys. excuse me, us old guys. I'm sorry, us. We may not, because I'm saying, well, these things come along once in a lifetime. You don't have an opportunity to see many of those. You're exactly right. He has a tendency to make plays, and I think the thing that he brings, he's a competitor. And once we get in that position, we just got to get the ball near him, and he'll make a play for us. And we just got to get down there and give him more opportunities. But he's a guy that I've enjoyed watching develop and grow as a football player over the last 3-4 years. As you know, he's played basketball, so he spent a lot of time doing that instead of being in the weight room and lifting weights. But it's been a pleasure watching him grow as a football player and as a person. Our philosophy is to stop the run, number one. That's the number one principle in what we do, is to stop the run. And usually, every once in a while, you'll find one, but there's not a lot of quarterbacks in this league that's going to beat you just throwing the ball. The thing that I was disappointed about in Thursday's game is that, I think they threw for 388, and they rushed for 70-something. If you throw for 388, we need to have 4 or 5 sacks in that. And they need to be down below 50-yard rushing. So there was 3 or 4 plays that I thought we missed defensively that we could have made. That probably could have gotten the rushing total down below the 50-yard rushing mark with 388-yard passing. So if you give 388 passing, you can't give up 50-yard rushing. So again, our number one goal is to take away the run. And not many of these guys are going to beat us just throwing the ball every down. So we'll give up those yardage if we can take away the running yardage. It changes everything. It changes everything. That's the hardest guy in the world to prepare for. In that, you get him hemmed up and they end up making a play with it. That's why I say we got to keep him bottled up this week and can't let him make too many plays with his leg and let him make the plays with his arm instead of his leg. The scheme is not any different. You just need to be tighter in your lanes and be conscious of who you're playing against.